This documentary was filmed in Boulder Creek, California and Santa Cruz County. There's a large juvenile yeti off slightly to the left of the center, about 6 feet tall, 7 feet tall, about 300 pounds, blue face, eyes, big puffy fur, almost like a juvenile bird with fluff, but not much for camouflaging. Just came right out for the turkey call on the cell phone. New trick I learned. In our documentary, we tried all types of scent baiting. All types of dopamine, smoke, weed smoke, mushrooms by the kilo. We left them out and saw huge footprints in the beginning. That's how we got started on Bigfoot research. On a rat nest, and he demolished and ate it right off a rat nest. And this is the spot where the moon and the sun align with certain areas in the tree circle. This is their spot to nap out back in the day, but they don't have trades or things left behind to leave the area and go find a new place to take little doobies, roaches, pipes, bongs, anything they really can get their hands on. So they can operate. Right in the dead center of the screen is a large, wider cone head with the eyes popping up over the bushes, and we got the strobe light on. We were really pushing the limit here. This one rushed me and bluff charge. I wouldn't really say they're bluff charging, but gorillas can bluff charge. These apes eat meat, so they're pretty gnarly. There's a green-faced yeti with a large cone head right there. I'm just watching the documentary as I narrate and enjoying the footage. Quite a bit of mysterious footage. We can always find the same old things we've seen and then look in new parts of the video and we see it, You really have to focus, but it isn't my belief that Bigfoot is real. It's the evidence I've seen that I have on my YouTube. So much Yeti, Sasquatch, Bigfoot. Could it be a missing link or our ancestors? We don't know. Here's me up in the tree. There's a madrone tree to climb up that you can stand and lean against the part of it, and you're above the scotch brush. And it's really quite an advantage for photography. And the Yetis can barely see you. As I pop them up, they get seen on video, and then they go onto my television show, which is all about surfing, rap music, and Bigfoot hunting. And here we go back to grab the mushrooms that we left behind. We decided that we ran out, which is almost a lethal mistake for the Sasquatch. They will attack. We grabbed it, we ran over to the side. It's not really a heroic tale, but for science, we did that. Psilocybin, marijuana, tobacco, etc. They got really about everything. Created special drugs just for Bigfoot to research them. And if any of them went extinct, their relatives would have eaten them. So that's the way they deal with it. They're straight savage to the brain. Full on like monkeys that are giant and they're really gnarly. So I get a rush looking at them up close with a video zoom, just like surfing would with a GoPro. I like to be out there and get the photography, the cryptozoology. Here's like a bigger mother with a baby that's got its mouth open. Pretty, a little distorted from focus at night, but very bright colors. And you really have to focus your mind and not think too far outside the box. A moose or an elephant weighs a lot. A Bigfoot is only about 600 to 1,000 pounds. But they're not the only creatures out there in the river, the creek, the valleys, the canyons, the swamps, the mountains, the underground tunnels, the hollow earth. In the Bible, the churches in the Middle Ages, they have pictures of beasts that look just like Sasquatch to me. I make a lot of art. I made about 9 cutouts so far. There's the big Yeti that me and little Nicky got, and the skinwalker smoking the little bubbler bong. See, it doesn't really get any more graphic. and that's like a Native American werewolf. It looks really odd and just completely a small eye and a pointed face, and kind of scary, but at least it's getting high. That's what most of our documentary is based on, and it's not too shocking or too much to know that they might have been doing that for thousands of years. Is it made out of glass or bones? We don't know. Do they have catacombs underneath Boulder Creek? We don't know. Never been down underneath the mountain. But these creatures are fascinated to imitate what I do in many ways. And here's the blue gorilla pop up for a second time. It's really blue in the face from Nicholas's Clouds of Doom. We also took a pit bull mastiff up there that might have been a little bit more of a threat to them, so they had to come in and make their presence known. But these Yetis are pretty distinct and pretty close on video, so try to stay focused on the fact that it's a legit documentary about Bigfoot. Republican, Democrat, I don't care. All I care is that if you watch it and learn something, because a lot of people are undereducated in our country and they don't really have the right education on Sasquatch, where there's too many conspiracies, a lot of crazy stuff that goes on. But in our county, a lot of people, thousands, watch Bigfoot. Here's a large Bigfoot called Missouri Monster, for the shape of its head, the Momo, and it's got its feet up in the front. Like, this is the most upright, sit down couch potato. We don't know if it's got a baby sitting next to it, but it comes in and out of focus, and I was just on the other side of the trees. Scent baited him. I don't think we had the dog for this one, but the eyes are green, they pop out, like bugging out, focusing out, and this is one of my, not the closest, but probably the biggest Bigfoot we have up close. Right through the twigs, up in the upper right corner is where the Sasquatch is, or the cryptid, the Bigfoot, swamp ape. This is the mountain that I like to surf on and run around and sneak up on the Bigfoot on the other trails. And this was a long time ago. We've got some new areas in Fall Creek, Felton, that have some Bigfoot sightings right as dark is approaching, right after the end of the day. This is referred to as the Tree Man. Very odd looking video footage. I really don't know exactly what is all going on, but we have someone to focus on it, and it's pretty scientific to have all this evidence. There's really not any disputing the fact that we actually have multiple Sasquatch sightings. Here we go back again to one of the cone head, the wider cone head. This one's quite a big Yeti right there with its ears up and looks all agitated. And then we take the strobe light and put it on it to the other ones, and he's just right there. Probably the actual reason we ran down the mountain. There's a little one right in the front, in the middle. And I watch this stuff before I go surfing. I watch this stuff before I rap. This evidence is very Nostradamus beast mode, the quatrains. Not so much fascinated by the Antichrist or whatever that represents, stoner bong wise. That could be anybody watching it while they watch it. But Nostradamus predicted a lot of things: the beast of the sea, the megalodon. We got that in the Yeti. We got that. And they have that up on the cathedral walls and the churches. We got that. We got it. And here's me exploring the woods, risking my life for science. And I don't really think they need to belong in a zoo. I mean, we might sing about that in my rap videos, but that's lyrical. Like, it's not actually happening. But the fact is, jumping down, see, that's when they're running after you. You have to make a quick escape, because it gets to be like Planet of the Apes. See, we slowed down for a little bit, and then we had to speed up completely. That's a little corner where the mushrooms are. Giving Bigfoot drugs and stealing them, that's just one of my many crank-taker moments. Like, you get Bigfoot just about every drug you could have find in Boulder. Small or big quantity. Sometimes real big. Even alcohol. But ultimately, Bigfoot would not go extinct. They would migrate to other areas up the higher top of the mountain. And here's the Bigfoot that came up close to the camera at night. Comes up kind of out of focus, but we edited this so much, well, I did, that it comes out with facial features right there. The very first clip of Bigfoot ever, if it even is a Bigfoot, is a stick figure up in the right hand corner top, which we didn't even put the full length of it because it's so not good of evidence, but we have very credible, good evidence in other parts of this documentary, and it shouldn't be overlooked. I think this is a part of human evolution to watch this, and I think it's an amazing cryptozoology, paranormal, historical. See, there's the mushrooms, probably the most important drug for Bigfoot because they happen to grow out in the woods. I wouldn't recommend going to the woods at night, but there's a lot to see. If you're not scared, you can see a lot. They eat both meat and vegetables. They eat vitamin C from the redwood trees to make their eyes be able to see at night. They sleep and sunbathe all day, absorbing energy and running around. And they wake up right before dark, usually. I mean, you can wake them up with stick knocking, but Bigfoot is a legitimate danger. So I would have to say, do that at your own caution. I'm just kicking back, made some rap music today, watching the Bigfoot documentary. This is really more important than just saying hello or saying what's up. Is to educate everybody to stay safe. Stay safe and research Bigfoot on a computer if you're really scared, but it can't get you there. But there's a lot of Bigfoot documentaries, and I got some of the best footage that hasn't really been put into an educational format. It was for entertainment, but those eyes, it's not like a bush of hallucination. This is a real fact of camera evidence, and more than one, almost always there's almost more than one. From the Fall Creek footage is pretty amazing with the death ray laser, and I seen a dog man at the top of the mountain when I ran up from the church that was like 12 feet tall, and he had a gnarly laser flashlight thing. Strangest thing I've almost ever seen in my life, and from a clear vision through just the woods without any bushes. They call them mountain devils, they call them sasquatch, they call them the kushtuka, they call them the swamp ape, they call them the grassman, they call them the Neanderthal missing link, they call them Gigantopithecus didn't go extinct. They're right here chilling in the jungle, doing research with the Brother Lynch hung headphones and the Yetis, in the hut, in the bushes, and the weed, and the mushroom, the fungus, mystery among us. Bigfoot, so strange. Bigfoot, stay away from the gun range. Stay out in the bushes where it's safe. Because this be Planet of the Apes. So this is going on to the other footage back with the Skinwalker. Skinwalkers are supposed to be Native American shapeshifters, but more like a werewolf, but this is more of the Bigfoot in the beginning. Not too much in the background, but real prominent up close. Real crazy. And there might be one behind there too. It looks like there's something pretty gnarly, but possibly even in that corner there's one sitting. And then there'll be the Skinwalker. My favorite thing, the werewolves. Bigfoot is a legendary, scary, hairy Chewbacca, Wookiee, Yowie, Yaron. They have many names around the planet, and sometimes we call them silverback gorillas or silverback devils. But we like to chill and research them now in Fall Creek due to safety reasons. They're a fresh tribe. You know, we're all good there. I'm not sure if I'm all good in Boulder. How much drugs we gave Bigfoot. Like even in this video right here, drugs. Bigfoot, werewolf, skinwalker with his own bong. I mean, that's just unheard of. Some kind of crazy like alien behind him and shit, or is that just a bush? I'd say that's just a bush, but you never know in Boulder Creek. Boulder's one of the strangest towns on the entire planet. It's got these drugged out ape shapeshifters that just chill and walk around. People in town see them. It's all people talk about for 5 years. I was a skinwalker, but they're just fascinated with Bigfoot in like a repetitive fashion. I don't respect it because I do it too. But there's got to be something like surfing or weed to talk about. Like Bigfoot's not the only thing that you should talk, sing, make a song, hit a bong. Don't give Bigfoot your bong. He'll smoke you and get you burnt. So yeah, I believe in the Bigfoot because I can see him right now on TV in the center of the screen. They're looking to be about 8-9 feet tall, crouching down. It's pretty intense. He's got that gnarly expression like, what the fuck's going on? Why are you up here? You had to go up there. There's nothing else to do. You can't go surfing if you live in Boulder and you own a car. I eventually got a car, but eventually grew up. And now I'm sitting here doing a Sasquatch documentary, trying to grab some educational material about not really the emotions of a Yeti, but the fact that they have hollow hairs, they can change color. Camouflage themselves like a chameleon. All these things, all these different weird creatures, if they come from Nibiru, if they come from Endor and Star Wars, if they come from Earth, if they come from Mars, if they come from the moon, we don't know. But we do know.
We expanded the planet clearly. The aliens are watching us where all the views come from. Bigfoot Billy up in the cutthroat, going dum-dum in the ocean. Red rum, Bigfoot Billy locked and loaded in the ocean. Mutant missing 411 in Alaska to Yosemite. Bigfoot Billy, we do it like the nativity. The Bigfoot, the beast, though, with Nostradamus, the prediction of the sickness. Bigfoot Billy hit him with the quickness. Bigfoot Billy up in the cutthroat. It's like Christmas with cannibals, though. The present. I'm not running for president. I got that drive, I got him high. Bigfoot Billy, that's how I survive. Out in the ocean, but I'm located now. Nothing can stop me. If you got the energy for power surfing, you be the wave of the century. It doesn't matter if you got money or wetsuits or clothes. You get out there with that GoPro, up in the cut though. Don't be talking about me like I hang fools from trees and take pictures of a Bigfoot Billy. The scripture scraping it out there in the ocean and the cold water. Bigfoot Billy, we plotted up in the cut though with this music. Back in the game with these speakers. It's just a cell phone and rap music instrumental. Bigfoot Billy, we do it like the wave of the century. Left him in the Yeti, out in the mystery, out in the woods though. Bigfoot Billy from the hood though. I love it all this art game. I'm doing it like ancient times. The pyramids we surfed in. Bigfoot Billy, that's the reef though. Up in the cut though, don't get tweaked though. But happy baby though. Just get ready to get blazed though. Surf so repeat and reek of the tonic in the barrel. Bigfoot Billy, seeing the smoke come out of the way though. Bigfoot Billy, magical, tactical, up in the cut though. Up in the cut though, the hydro. You feel the crime wave? Can you feel the fear? When I step up on the microphone, knock knock, the devil is here to entertain you. Make you go brainless, go strange, bitch. Doing this like an independent artist. I'm not Adolf Hitler, I'm not Napoleon. You could call me the third antichrist of the devil though. I smoke it up on television with the tripping apes. They smoking crack rock on the garden block. Up on the rap tapes. Cannibal Animal Planet, like a crocodile hunter, but when it comes to New Guinea, I'll go ahead hunting for my relatives. Up on the cut though, the devil is stressing on the weed smoke, the ether rock, the weed, they left me tobacco. No, I left them tobacco in the weed plant. God damn it, they left them a drone and an oak leaf. The only way they could communicate through the hollow earth up on the turf though. The devil only 6 feet tall with the horns though. A little monkey smoking a crack rock, getting a sasquatch up on the garden block to commit another serial murder. The apes, the planet of the apes, they rape, cannibalize, and necromancy. It goes down like the government in a dungeon. God damn, the weed is potent. I didn't smoke too much today, that's why the rats are crazy. I watched the devil instead, smoking a crack rock 13 times. Up in the rain, about to do it rain now. Hinduk, holy cow, we're going to hell now. I do it up in, like in a prison cell. I got a little nail to poke my bong, a metal bowl piece. Oh Lord, take my oak rats, here's the devil though. Pretty Sasquatch, off to the side of the corner with the evil eye. Sasquatch, the beast mode, Nostradamus, little devil with his baby, smoking a crack pipe next to an alien. That's not the most evil thing I ever seen in Boulder Creek. The worst thing I saw was the way the people tweak on the Sasquatch and don't even respect the devil though. He'll run up and eat him like a demon. He kills aliens, puts the brains for sale again on the barrel. In a stone safe spaceship, driven by the dog man, the werewolf, the Eskimo, the skinwalkers. They all get high on crack rocks, ether rock, anything. Meth lab, the brain, the motherfucker. Meat cleavers to the tweakers. To eat the meat, if it tastes like drugs, they got drugs. They find the stash and smoke it up in the west coast like they in a prison cell. Under the earth though, in the volcano at the turf though. They don't even want to twerk slow. All they want to do is breathe crack smoke. Methamphetamine laced them up over 17 hours with a laser. And they killed everybody in my neighbor's driveway. Like a drive-by with a Sasquatch. Tick-tock, your life is gone. Well, not you, actually. You snitch or rat will be squatched out so hard. They just won't survive the woods. I mean, another evil meat cleaver song, right? I am Big Shady. I ain't Slim Shady. We need a better rap.
Swamp ape. We call them swamp apes because we surf in kind of a swamp of kelp. But sometimes you have to go right over a wave like an airboat in the Everglades. But yeah, it's my Yeti. He's for sale. Got $100. Getting close to that. It's yours.
There's a mystery to solve. Is Bigfoot even a species at all? Are they real or are they like chameleons? Creeping in like shape-shifting just like a squid, octopus, or anything that can match up their habitat with the skin suit. Skin suit? Don't tell me about it. They can turn the color of their skin like a turkey, so what? That means they're a dinosaur. The dinosaur up in the cut eating guts, eating baby guts, and everybody had to kill everybody over again. Bigfoot in the cut haunted houses, and you know that it's stinking when you walk right to town, baby. And you see the bones on the ground, you know that the rat zones up a little too high on that weed smoke. Devils that weed low up here smoking up like Christianity THC. The whole day chronic smoked up, and I drew it up, loved up. I'm kind of a sicko, psycho Satanist when it comes to art and making rhymes. But when it comes to doing crimes, I'm kind of like, well, you can try to imagine the way my pants are stacking when I come out there in a Santa suit with a clown wig on. Going to every mall in the Bay Area. We gotta go shopping. I gotta go out there. We might have to pop you. We might have to freeze, cheese, and hit the gas and leave behind the police and leave a little cash out the window, or leave out the hats and the sunglasses like that Hindu.
Dangerous woods at night.
Because it's just a game of robbery. It's just another assault and battery for computerized digital murder. You never heard of it because you like a hamburger.